What's going on? ZmanTheTech here. Thanks for tuning in to Snowly Games as always. I appreciate you very much. And today we're taking a look at the PowerA enhanced wireless controller for Nintendo Switch. So off rip, it has a nice finish to it, like a nice kind of matte texture. Immediately you can also see the around the grip area. It resembles that more of almost like an Xbox One controller grip as opposed to the more familiar Pro controller. And I can kind of show you the difference here. So here's the official Pro controller. As you can see, it's just typically a good bit more slimmer when it comes to that. But I don't know. In comparison, first of all, for those who have held the official Nintendo Pro controller, you know the difference. It's expensive as all get out, but this really is a good feeling controller. For what it is, there are quite a few other options out there. But if you're still on the fence about getting it, I would say, as long as it's within budget, I would say get at least one, because they're ridiculously expensive. But it doesn't come without, the utmost of quality. But we're not talking about the Pro controller. We're talking about the PowerA enhanced wireless controller. But I did want to, kind of at least show the differences and the shape and whatnot. So that's really the only difference. And as far as like the ergonomic feel, now the joysticks they have a nice feedback to them, a nice spring action to where they just shoot right back on to the center like you would expect. It just has in general, it kind of resonates through the controller, like almost like technically you can feel sound. Yeah, it's like I was gonna say an echo you can feel, but you could feel it throughout the controller. It has a decent weight to it. It probably would have been heavier had it have had a actual lithium ion battery, which sadly this one does not. It uses 2 AA's. So flip it over on the back. Yeah, it uses 2 AA's here. But while we're on the back, I'm going to show some other things that you probably would have noticed as well. Now, this controller boasts 30 hours of, use. If you have some decent AA batteries in there, I probably wouldn't. I don't know what the lifespan would be like if you use some cheaper ones. But if that's all you can get at the time, then yeah, it is what it is. I just can't give an approximate number. But based off of the description of the controller, you're supposed to get at least 30 hours from it. I haven't done any extensive testing myself to confirm it, but as of now, that's what we have to go with. So, also along the back, as I mentioned here while we're looking at it, the awesome thing about this controller is you actually get grip triggers like that of the Elite controller for the Xbox One, which is really awesome. And what this button is here is it allows you to actually map pretty much any buttons to those. So ideally, what I would use them for really is on first-person shooters, I would probably set, since this is the right, we're just looking at it in reverse, I would probably make that like the jump button. You can make that the sprint button. Really, whatever you want to make them, you could do that. Another controller that has that is the Steam controller. Yeah, those have the inner triggers as well. Along the top here, you have your standard, LR, ZL, ZR. And here's your sync button for, of course, syncing it to the Switch. So basically, as soon as you get it out of the box, put the batteries in, you go to your section there for a change grip order on the Switch. Hold that down for a few seconds. Boom. It's really simple, really nice. I haven't had any issues with syncing whatsoever. And the cool thing is, unlike a lot of other aftermarket controllers, is when you hit the home button, it actually does wake up the system. Not a lot of third-party controllers that I know of, at least, actually do that. So it's pretty much dang near, like using a Pro controller from the official Nintendo, which is pretty awesome. Keeps you lazy. You don't have to go up and you don't have to get up and hit the power button to wake it up or whatever, and then sync the controller. It actually wakes it up with the home button, which is it's nice. One of the many features I loved about the Pro controller and or Joy-Cons. As with any system, you should be able to wake it up with just a controller. It is technically a remote. So let's talk about the D-pad. And I hate to say this, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It has its precision. It's first of all, it's metallic. Let's just say that it is a metallic D-pad. I thought it was going to be more, kind of uncomfortable because of that. I wouldn't say it's because of the material, but it's because it's more firm than I would prefer. It has the precision. It's just not as comfortable as other D-pads. The official Pro controller D-pad, it has its problems with precision, but it is very comfortable to at least use. This one over time, I think, or at least maybe I need to break it in. I don't know. I can't really, I don't want to bash it. No controller is perfect, and I want to give honest reviews, but it's a little more firm than I would like. And like I said, it is brand new. Maybe I need to break it in a little bit. But yeah, it's serviceable. It's like it scratches that itch, so to speak, and it's feasible. So the button presses are pretty standard. They have a nice mush to them. It's firm, but it's still got a comfort. Like the membrane is definitely, there's no hindrance there. It's not clicky or anything like that. It feels great to press. You got your L3, R3. Everything's pretty much all there. There's not too much more to go into with this, but I will say that it does include the gyro, built-in, gyro functionality, so you can, play Splatoon and, do your aiming and everything like that with Zelda. But again, as with many other aftermarket controllers, there is no HD rumble or rumble in general at all, and no NFC technology, which would probably be here if they did. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's very comfortable. It feels great in the hands. I've done, pretty much every genre of game to test it. First-person shooters feel great. The sticks have a nice glide to them. But yeah, I mean, I would say it's definitely a viable alternative to the Pro controller if you still can't shell out, the $70, if you will, for one controller. It still sounds like crazy to me. I've never paid that much for a controller until I got that Pro controller. But yeah, really, that's pretty much it. It retails brand new for $49. So, you have to think to yourself, do you want to save up another, $20 or so, grab the Pro controller, and you'll be set with a probably the best quality controller you can get, or like I said, this is definitely a viable option to that, especially if you only have a certain budget and you need two two game pads. If that's what you're going for, then you can. It'll still be about $100 or so, but like I said, or you can pay $70 for one. It's up to you. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. I don't regret the purchase. I use this one a lot, almost more than the other controller, because I said the grips feel like that much more closer to Xbox One type of grip. So I mean, I kind of prefer that because my hands are big. But yeah, the Pro controller, of course, the official one is definitely nice. So yeah, they retail new for $49.99, or if you can find them pre-owned, at your GameStop near you, you gotta get lucky. You gotta ask, because they typically don't label it on their site, from what I've noticed. But yeah, they run $39.99, which is that's what I would have expected. You know, between the new price and like $39 and $49 for the official Pro controller would have been, I guess, definitely more acceptable, or feasible. But yeah, so the price point's definitely there. And you know, only sacrificing a few things: HD Rumble, NFC technology. Everything else is there. So yeah, just you know, drop your thoughts down there in the comments. You know, yay or nay, is this for you? You looking at getting it, and so forth. You know, kind of want to see, you know, what other opinions may be out there. But yeah, I don't regret it. I like it a lot. If you like what you saw, definitely like, comment, subscribe. Keep it locked to Snowly Games for all of your indie game, third-party game, and tech review coverage. Thanks so much.